Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.
Hello and welcome to the Expert Interview Series, and today we have with us Ms. Purvi Jain, a highly accomplished professional and a beacon of inspiration in the finance industry. With a stellar track record in the finance due diligence, option trading and investment research, Purvi has carved a niche for herself as a thought leader and influencer. Not only is she the creator and curator of the popular social media page Finance with Purvi, but also possesses a wealth of experience in both corporate and entrepreneurial space. As a seasoned public speaker and a passionate advocate for financial literacy, Purvi brings a unique perspective to the table, one that is informed by her strategic mindset, analytical prowess, and competitive spirit honed through her accomplishment as a chess player. We welcome you to the Expert Interview Series, Purvi, and hope our viewers get to learn from your experiences.
Firstly, thank you so much, Pooja, for the lovely introduction. And I would love to be of any help to all the audiences and the viewers here. Do spend your time and do listen to this because I hope this will help you to the fullest. So my journey in the equity markets started from the 10th standard, where I had received a project in part of the CBSE curriculum of investing a particular amount in a portfolio, where I had to track it for about 2 months, and basis the analysis, decided risk and return ratio for my investments, as well as come up with good returns for my overall portfolio.
Okay.
During that process, my interest actually really grew, and I started watching a lot of YouTube videos, doing a lot of courses, reading companies, etc. And that's how actually my journey began from there. And with my encouragement from parents and peers, it has never stopped since.
Wow. So you started young.
And I think this is a field which should start young, to be very honest, because it should not be restricted to just the professionals or to one pursuing a corporate career or after plus two. But starting young would actually help you develop the mindset of managing money and doing a business altogether. So yes, I had the chance and I was lucky enough to get an opportunity to start young. Though I would like to start it earlier, but yeah. So as I mentioned, watching YouTube videos and which covered topics of various concepts of finance. However, one of the backlog I used to always face was that it was restricted to the audiences for the knowledge for the adult audience, and I never found a video which was really youth interactive and youth engagement focused. So recognizing this gap, I started with my page, which is Finance with Purvi, to deliver snippets of concepts of finance and accounts and investing, to make it very youth friendly, to make it very youth engaging. Along with that, I feel when you're creating something, you learn a lot in the process. So though my ultimate objective was to actually simplify those concepts, but also in the back of my mind, I felt like if I teach my audience, I will learn much more in the process. So, which I did, and I'm very grateful for that, because once my audience asks me questions, and that's when I can deliver it. So it is a very conversational kind of an engagement, which led to building Finance with Purvi even more. Yes. So one of the most significant challenges actually I face in this role is breaking down some complex topics, if not all, in very simple terms so that it becomes very communicative and even a 10-year-old kid can understand as much as an adult would. Another challenge is definitely trying, because Instagram is a very entertainment kind of a social media platform.
Correct.
So I have to have a good mix of infotainment with me to build and grow my audience. So growing my audience has been a challenge for me. It so that my video reaches the relevant audience who actually are interested and would gain value out of it. So one of the challenges I face is definitely making good content, making valuable content, and just not making any haywire stuff. Another is so that it reaches the right audience, so that it becomes a good friendly reel for everyone to view it, and it becomes a shareable reel. So I mostly come across questions based around trading,
Mm-hmm.
and how I can what is a good mutual fund to invest in, or how much money should be the amount of the SIP, or probably which sector is performing well right now with the government focused initiatives like PLI schemes or Make in India schemes, etc. So these are the varied some questions which I receive, and I try to keep my questions as small and crisp. I mean, sorry, the answers as small and crisp as possible, so
Mm-hmm.
that it is not a waste of my time or either and their time as well. So I actually try to go beyond and have a conversation on a call with them. So instead of like just stopping at DMs or stopping on comment section, if they have any more questions, I take them personally on WhatsApp or email and call them, so it becomes a very conversational kind of valuable uh, productive session for them and me as well.
So I think that's it's very important to build that kind of relationship, to have that kind of connection and build that kind of trust. Once you're posting the content, people should trust you that the content posted is right and the advice that is given is also relevant, and they could really trust it.
Yeah, very true. Because this is a field which is so kind of risky, scary, a bit, it's in the back of the mind, it's very skeptical.
Hmm.
So we have to assure the audience that we are certified, and we are not saying out of the blue. We have gained knowledge through our experience, through our education, and we want to make it accessible to all those who actually are in need of it.
So, what kind of segment are you focusing? Is there any specific segment that you are looking at?
Right. So I feel about investing, and education about investing is mostly has been restricted to the male industry, uh, and the males are the ones heading the money matters of any family.
Right.
uh, and that's what I want to break, where the women also become one of the building force for their family, and investing is such that it is a very very good source of passive income. So for a women, it's even more easier. Instead of running around at different places, they can start making money from their very home. And another segment I would like to focus is youth, because the youth is, I feel like when someone's choosing their streams like commerce or sciences, they should be exposed to what this beautiful field of finance and markets is all about. So there are lots of various concepts of finance which uh, probably are misunderstood or require more importance than the other. But one of them is people always run behind getting more returns. But in the process, they often neglect the fact that there's something else which is risk also to be maintained. If a portfolio is giving you good returns, you have to analyze that after a certain time period, will it continue to give that kind of returns, or will it stop and actually drag your portfolio down because of maybe one stock of the portfolio is not performing, and that could be a risky stock. So actually, along with returns, you have to actually identify the risks which are involved in your domain. So this is one of the aspects, and for managing that risk, one should do their due diligence, that is obviously researching. Another is diversification, which is a very popular talked about topic. And there's so many asset classes right now. There's a gold scheme run by the government where you don't have to actually buy physical gold. You can just buy e-gold, that is gold digital certification.
Right.
And there are lots of investment asset classes right now. So notion which people had that we need lots of money to actually do something is not there anymore. So if you maintain your mind and your mindset is well, you're calm and composed, half of your you've actually hit the goalpost. As mentioned earlier, one of the major misconceptions was you require a lot of money for that, but that's not there anymore. You can start with as low as maybe 100 rupees. Because nowadays, before what used to happen, you used to invest in asset class at a lump sum. For example, if one asset class would be of 10 crore, or so not 10 crore, 10 lakh, then you would require 10 lakh in order to put yourself or buy that mutual fund. But that's not the case. There's something called SIPs right now, where you just need to put like 100 rupees every month for a foreseeable future, which anyone can do. So that's one of the misconceptions. And another one is that it is only restricted to the commerce field. No, as mentioned earlier in the interview, it is not for sure. It is for every field possible on earth, and it is a universal language. It is this thing should be known to everyone, at least the basics. So I feel like you keep learning, you keep reading a lot. It will help anyone to build knowledge on this field. As you rightly mentioned, the technology is like faster than the blink of an eye nowadays. So one of the best ways I feel is for example, let me give you a live demo. If you have your Instagram or any of your social media open, instead of having or you following lots of different channels, maybe have a dedicated channel which, for example, where you're following economic times or mint or money control, so that your feed is filled with the posts from these channels.
Right.
So your feed should not be nowadays what happens is though there's lots of information, the more information you have, the more distractions you have. So you have to keep yourself focused. In order to keep yourself focused, try to invest your time only in reading the right kind of content instead of having all sorts of content here and there. So if you like, for example, I personally love reading Economic Times, and I like and comment on if not all, most of their posts, because the algorithm of social media is built such way that the more you're engaging with the post, the more of that particular channel's thing will be seen on your feed. So I get lots of Economic Times data on my feed, and that's how I stay updated. Another thing is reading a lot of books. This is a very underrated, talked about topic, but books have maybe 10,000 colleges and schools covered in one book. So it is very good reading some good authors would really help you to build fundamental foundational concept building. Firstly, thank you so much for this question. I feel blessed myself to have this opportunity given, and if not an advice, but something which I would like to say out of my personal experience after taking sessions with the youth and the ladies. What I would like to say is that having a foundation strong, people want to make money really quick in this field. Like, they want their profits instantly. As soon as they enter, they want their portfolio to shoot up at like say 20%. But that's not going to happen. Like, come on, let's be realistic. In order to actually do that, you have to give a good amount of your time. Nowadays, people are very impatient. And even if you see this, like the span of an Instagram, people just scroll their reels.
Right.
That shows the amount of patience a person has in terms of
Going through a particular
even
content.
if you guys today can watch this interview, it shows your dedication towards actually learning something. So nowadays the longer form of content is something which is avoided, but it should not be the case. Having the more content or the more longer formats or for like books you read, it shows more of your dedication and commitment towards that subject. So it will help you build a foundational knowledge instead of just beating around the bush and learning this and that. Instead of learning many things, learn one thing, but learn it properly and with quality. That's all I would like to say, and I hope you all very best of luck in this field, and let's stay connected.
Thank you so much. It is wonderful connecting with you, and I think you concluded very nicely that you should go deep rather than going around the bush. Grasp what is important, learn in depth. Thank you, and it was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much, Pooja. I would love to meet you again. Thank you.
Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.